What is good? Thank you for tuning in for the latest episode of the Rice Crypto Show. Today, I am joined by my friend Caleb Wright. He is the founder of Bitcoin Lifestyles Club. Bitcoin Lifestyles Club is an education platform that teaches people about the basics of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and also offers a trading course as well. This video is actually going to be done in two parts. The first part, as you see right here, is on my YouTube channel, and the second part will be available on my Patreon channel. That will be available for free, but I definitely would encourage people to become a patron. I do post up exclusive content, and it's a way to support what I do directly. Now, it's not required to watch the second part. It is available for free, so make sure you're checking that out if you're interested in learning more about trading cryptocurrencies. But before we get into it, if this happens to be your first time ever watching any of my videos, I do encourage you to explore my channel. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with my videos as they come out. Follow me on Library where I post up extra videos. Check out my audio podcast, Rice Radio, hosted on anchor.fm and available on all major podcasting platforms at Rice Radio. Also, I've recently teamed up with moneymetals.com. If you're a first-time buyer with them and you purchase over $100, you can actually get a free half ounce of silver, and it's also a way to support the channel. I'm going to have links down below for everything we talk about in today's episode, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Once again, at the beginning of the video, I said I had a really good friend joining me. His name is Caleb Wright. He is the founder of Bitcoin Lifestyles Club. He's actually somebody that I met when I first got involved in crypto in early 2017. And the reason I wanted to bring him on the show, and he's been on before, but it's been quite a while and the channel's grown. So we're going to act as if it's his first time ever being here. Bitcoin Lifestyles Club is a cryptocurrency blockchain education platform that offers basic cryptocurrency education as well as trading education and more. So we'll kind of get into that. But Caleb, thanks for coming on today, man. How you doing?
Hey there, buddy. My pleasure to be here today, and doing great, man. Couldn't be doing better, and just really excited to help spread the gospel of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to people today.
I appreciate it. And see, what I've had since I've told you before we started recording, since I started branching out a little bit, while continuing to do my crypto content, I'm getting out of the echo chamber and I'm getting people that want to actually learn about crypto for the first time. So providing that basic education is helpful. And as you know, it's really time consuming to sit down and try to talk to everybody individually. And I know that's kind of why you ultimately decided to do the education platform. But for people who don't know who you are, just a little quick background on who Caleb is and how you got involved in crypto.
All right. Well, yeah, I discovered Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency concept back in 2015 when I was knee deep in the middle of doing e-commerce business, selling drop shipping on eBay and the Amazon e-commerce platforms, and was doing really well with that. And actually was had been doing well enough to where I was producing training and helping other people learn how to do that. And just while I was in the middle of doing that, one of my friends that I was working on e-commerce with actually introduced me to a little program where he was mining altcoins, which are for, I'm sure most people here know, but for the ones that don't, alternative coins to Bitcoin. So I kind of got into mining my first non-Bitcoin cryptos, and kind of just everything kind of just sprouted and grew like a seed from that point, where next thing you knew that I was discovering the crypto exchange after having been accumulating these coins through the mining program, and learning that I could trade them for Bitcoin, this strange and mysterious Bitcoin that I was all of a sudden learning about when I was just learning about the whole blockchain concept, and was something that I really decided that I believed in as the future direction of how people are going to transact in this world. And so I saw that really from the early beginnings of partaking in this whole concept of crypto. And I just saw the value in it, and I just really saw this as something that was going to blow up in a big way, exponentially over the years, as the network effect of everybody who's just joining in, getting Bitcoin, getting their first Bitcoin, nonetheless getting into other coins. That's really been increasing over the years. But more important than that is I'm sure, as you know, the institutional investment in this industry. We've really watched this market and this whole technology grow from just like kind of something that not a lot of people were talking about back in 2015 to now you have Wall Street and the big financial firms have
Well, not
really.
only that, you got banks now offering custody of crypto coming up. Visa, MasterCard are getting involved. PayPal, you've got
Mm-hmm.
Cash App. So I mean, we can see that it's accumulating. It's making itself into the mainstream. And so what I want to let people know is that we're doing this video in two parts. This video is going to be kind of for beginners. So for those of you that are interested in learning about what Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain are, this is what this part will be. The second part will have links down below, and that'll be on my Patreon channel. It'll be for free. And I do encourage people to become a patron, but it's not necessary to watch the video. On that one, we'll kind of go a little bit more beyond the basics and the beginning stages and talk more about the trading aspect, because that's what I found interesting with your story, Caleb, is how you ultimately went from e-commerce, started mining, finding exchanges, and then actually becoming a pretty successful trader. And it's changed your life in the process, which has been a beautiful thing. And that's afforded you to be able to do this course and even make it extremely inexpensive. So like, this isn't an infomercial, but I am trying to let people know that if you don't have time to do all the research yourself, and time is a valuable asset, this is a great resource because it puts all the information in one concise place. I know I've been a part of it for a little over 3 years. And in that time, I've seen many things added. It's not just what we're talking about with basic education and trading. I've seen stuff about mining. You give information about taxes, talking about ways of getting residual income, passive income, and stuff like that. And then there's a mastermind chat group, which is all the different people within the platform, Bitcoin Lifestyles Club, that share a lot of their research, be it news or actual technical trading analysis. So as far as the beginning course thing, before we started, you kind of give me a little bit of description. What is the beginning level of the course where you're offering the basics of the crypto education? Can you kind of explain a little bit about that?
Absolutely.
And
So
real quick, also, I think you also offer a free mini course available too. So that would be a good way for people to kind of see what your teaching style is and see if they can relate to what you're saying and if they want to go forward. So I'd like to kind of throw that in too, if you'd like to mention that.
yeah, definitely. So of course we have the free crypto mini course that I made for the complete crypto and Bitcoin newbies that it's going to help any of you out there who are a complete newbie to start wrapping your mind around this whole Bitcoin and blockchain and cryptocurrency concept and learn how that you can make it work for you, like many people like you are out there leveraging this for massive financial gain over these all these years that I've been involved. I've seen we've seen a lot of people who've benefited in big ways, a lot of people that I've helped. It's been quite a journey. But so that's the free crypto mini course. All right. That's just a series of several videos that helps you get on the path to starting to take some action with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It's all about education, opening your mind to these concepts and the potential of them. And then it's something that's really going to inspire you to take action. Okay. So that's why I built the free crypto mini course, to help inspire people to get on that path and really start making some moves to change their lives here with the cryptocurrency market. And so now to get to the question about the beginners level access to my education platform, that's a $27 one-time fee access to a really nice plethora of training that first off, this is built for the complete newbie to get started. All right. So it gives you that those first Bitcoin education videos. That's going to go into Bitcoin, the blockchain, how it works. And I'm even going to show you how to do things like research the trails of transactions on the blockchain. Anybody can do that, logging on to a transaction explorer on Chrome, or better yet, Brave browser, where you can earn a little crypto for using it at the same time. One of many little nuanced, little detailed things I teach in the course, all sorts of different ways that people can earn crypto. Okay. But of course, next off, I provide tutorials on how to buy Bitcoin and how to store it. And I provide tutorials on a couple of different wallet options, and I show you how to secure those wallets, which is one of the really most important things as a beginner, is learning how to not only get your first crypto, but how to secure yourself in all the ways so that protects your crypto from being stolen by hackers.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Since you said that, there's an older gentleman that I've been talking to that needed to receive some Bitcoin. Never had done it before. So I explained a little bit about it. He had checked into the Cash App as having an issue with the KYC process, and he ultimately wanted to cash out. So I told him about Coinbase. I got him to download the bitcoin.com wallet so he could receive, because at the time he didn't have the Coinbase set up with the KYC approval. So I had him send to a decentralized wallet. As he was setting the wallet up, I had him do like some backup stuff. He didn't even realize what he's doing, but I'm like, I just helped you to secure your wallet. And because that's an important, like you said, that's probably one of the most important things for newbies, is if people aren't writing down their email and their passwords and or their backup keys, their private keys, their backup phrases, if they're not securing that information and they somehow have an app removed or whatever the situation might be, they may not be able to access that account. And that's been a huge problem, because I know that we've got a lot of Bitcoin that are just kind of locked up on a blockchain somewhere that nobody really even has any access to, because somebody didn't write down the important security information, which is like the most basic thing that people should know. So I'm glad that you put a little focus on that.
Exactly. It's so important, because I mean, I've definitely have known very few people over the years who have unfortunately did not take their security seriously and lost very large sums of money in Bitcoin. It's a sad story.
Stories.
Sad story. And you know what? And none of those people actually let that stop them from being involved in like reinvesting in this market. But it was just really sad to see, though, because they had such momentum going. And so that's what I'm really, other than teaching people how to do this right with the crypto market, I'm also very focused on educating people in such a way that it keeps them away from scams that would easily steal crypto or Bitcoin from people, and just avoid like shortcut like ways that are going to end up being a scam involved with like making more Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and avoiding the pitfall mistakes involved with like the ways that you can lose cryptocurrency permanently, like losing access to your wallet by not writing down the restoration information,
sending funds to the wrong address, sending a Bitcoin to a Bitcoin Cash address, or sending a stable coin that's on the Ethereum network, but to the wrong, even though it's on Ethereum, you're supposed to send USDT to USDC. So there's a lot of things that if people who have made the mistakes can help other people. I used to have the attitude that everybody needs to make the mistake so they can learn, but I've started trying to be a lot more compassionate to people, because it is a little hard to grasp it sometimes. And I know that there's a lot of projects that are working to try to simplify and make crypto easier. But the education course, I think, definitely gives people that assurance of that they can do it themselves. And, I offer consulting with people, and I tell them the same thing, like this, even with your course, it's not financial advice. Even with the education, with the trading, it's not really financial advice. It's giving you the tools, and then you could share it with other people, but you're not sitting here telling people what coins they should or shouldn't invest in specifically in the course itself. So, I mean, I think it's very commendable that you put together that information, and I wanted to highlight it because, again, I've got people hitting me up, asking me lots of questions, and So to give people kind of an idea of like when you got involved in crypto, because I know XRP was a token that you traded a lot of, and that's gotten a lot of hype over the years. It's got a lot of excitement within a lot of the Q circles and some of the alternate thinkers in the financial market circles. And we see it hovering between, let's call it 25 cents medium over the past like 3 months. When you first bought Ripple, what was or the XRP, what was the price of it?
It was, I believe it was under a cent at the time. I remember the Satoshi price better than the USD value, because that's how I look at everything in the
Right.
crypto market, is by the value against Bitcoin. And I remember that the Satoshi value, the lowest that I had bought Ripple, was around 500 Satoshis, if I'm remembering correctly right now, right around there, which
Okay.
at the time, Bitcoin was only worth, I can't remember exactly.
It's probably under 1,000 at that point.
I believe it was under 1,000 at that point. It was somewhere between 250 and 1,000 before Bitcoin had really taken off. So when that something is I know a lot of people here might not understand Satoshi value, but 500 Satoshis is a very, very, very small fraction.
And I think
very
the
small
information about the Satoshis in the free course, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I watched that course, but it goes over how, because a lot of people get confused in the fact that you'll have to have one full Bitcoin. And I try to explain to people, you can own a fraction of a Bitcoin, that there are 8 decimal points behind 1.0. So mathematically, one Bitcoin would equal 1.0. And then anything else below that would be 0.8 decimal points. So you could have 7 zeros and a 1 being the lowest Satoshi value. And really, that's like not even a penny, because I think it would be, or if Bitcoin's hovering around 10,000, it would be kind of around the 300 or the 100 Satoshi mark would be a penny. And then 1,000 Satoshis would be $1.
Right. So you can see it was a fraction of a cent when I first invested in it. And I did end up selling it around $3.
And that was like kind of in the November, December 2017 timeframe.
Yeah, that's right. It was actually in the beginning of 2018. I think it was in January. It was right after it passed into the new year. And then Ripple went on its last major surge before going into a very long bear market.
Right.
And the bear market it was in prior to going to that bull market was also very long.
No, yeah, and I think that we're kind of on the cusp of getting ready to begin a bear market or a bull market season.
Yes. It's gone through a very long bear market at this point.
It's definitely that time period. So we're gonna have to see how everything plays out financially around the world. But I mean, that gives somebody an indication of the opportunities, because even today, like over the past 3 or 4 months, I mean, people could have done very well investing in plenty of coins. I'm not going into a length, of giving that financial advice, but there are coins that have gotten, I think there's one coin that just over the past 3 days has like an 800% increase.
Yeah, and like that gain from a fraction of a cent to $3, that's like a multiple thousands of percent type of gain. And I mean, that actually happens quite a bit.
Into $3, that's, I mean, especially for people around the world that aren't in situations like we are here in the United States, that can be completely life-changing, not just making your life a little bit better, but completely life-changing.
And that actually happens quite a bit in the crypto market too. That's just one good example with a popular cryptocurrency that a lot of people know about. So it was a good one for you to bring up, honestly. And but I try to make this as easy as possible for everyone to come in here and understand. I took a lot of painstaking effort into making the tutorials and trainings extremely easy to follow for people that are coming from the base level of knowledge. And I help to build that foundation of knowledge that people need to be able to move on and expand to the more advanced stuff. So the way that I've produced this training is in like a step-by-step kind of like building block sort of style that makes it easier for you to grasp the concepts as you go through the earlier training into the later training. So the next part of the beginner's level training that I provide is called the 10 Commandments of Crypto Training, where I help you build that mindset that you need to move forward and have success in the crypto markets. I teach things from the best practices of crypto security and wallet security to the reasons why you wouldn't want to ever store your cryptocurrency on a trading exchange. I teach you, I provide information about how to not approach the market emotionally and make trading decisions based on FOMO, the fear of missing out. I teach you about doing your own research, just a whole bunch of kind of powerful mindset things I provide in the 10
Oh, look,
commandments
yeah.
of crypto. All right. And then the next thing we get, and then the next section that we go into after that, we really get into the meat of the beginner's level training, which is the trading fundamentals section. All right. That's where you're going to learn about Satoshi value. And I'm going to teach you about Japanese candlesticks and charts and how to read those. So that's basically going to show you how to look at how the price is doing of a coin in the market. Okay. I'm going to teach you a strategy of dollar cost averaging to get started with Bitcoin and various cryptocurrencies in the market, to get started investing and trading them. I'm going to teach you about the correlation between Bitcoin and altcoins and how the movement of one affects the other in the market, and as well as training on support and resistance levels. And that's going to be some of the most powerful training that you're going to get out of the beginner's level course. But then I, of course, provide a little bit of additional bonus training. And I provide you with actually 20 crypto portfolio hot picks. All right. So that's going to include a top 10 of blue chip cryptocurrencies, basically coins that we've identified as very safe to invest and trade in the market. And then I provide an additional 10 coins that provide high leverage for gain, be just having very strong fundamentals, coin projects that are just doing some powerful things with their use cases and technologies that they're producing. And basically, best of all, coins that have low value, so you can get in and position yourself for some very large gains with their rise. Other than that, I also provide some exchange training. I show you how to use a decentralized exchange to trade your first cryptocurrencies and provide you a video walkthrough on how to do that. So, and actually it's one of the easier exchanges to use. So it's the perfect exchange for a newbie beginner type of crypto enthusiasts.
And dude, I remember when I first got involved in the course and started getting involved in crypto, I still had the notebook, the spiral notebook, where I was just like taking notes from each video and just soaking it in and soaking it in. And I mean, it's been a long journey. It's been an interesting journey. I got to meet a lot of really interesting folk in the process. So for people that have heard about different cryptocurrencies like Litecoin and Monero and Bitcoin Cash, I do a lot of interviews with people like Charlie Lee and Roger Beer and Fluffy Pony, who used to be involved with Monero. And so I encourage people to explore my channel when it comes to that stuff. I wanted, and I just mentioned that just because it's like, I learned a lot of my crypto education from the very beginning from you. And then it inspired me to keep moving forward, you know, and I ended up starting a channel that was trying to help educate people in a different way, because you were providing what you were providing, but trying to provide some education involving crypto and economics, and then some other things that deal with my philosophies of life. But I do want to encourage people to check this out, because I mean, for $27 to get the basic information, to get an understanding of how to be able to use these various wallets, to be able to secure them properly, it's important. And for me to, the older gentleman that I talked to yesterday can attest, between 2 phone calls, I spent probably about 30 minutes going over that information. And that's only like just kind of touching on it, you know. Just what he was able to do was have receive his Bitcoin. He was able to send his Bitcoin to another wallet, and then now he's waiting for his to drop it to USD so he can drop it into his bank account. So that's the last I talked to him was last night. He told me he would hit me up today if he had any problems, and he's probably in his 60s, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him I was really impressed, that he was able to do that. But it's, again, like with you're a busy guy, I'm a busy guy, and it's really hard to be able to spend that time that I would love to with everybody individually, and offering a course like this. So for anybody who wants to say, why are you shilling something, it's a $27 course, and even the trading course is $397, and that's one-time fee. And I can tell you people are charging more than that monthly for trading course information, and it is a vicious market, and having a good team on your side and good people who have good intentions is one of the best things you can get involved with. And I haven't been as involved with the community within the mastermind group, but when I was and active in it, I really, really enjoyed the environment and the family kind of vibe of everybody trying to look out for each other. Because as you see, there's scams coming out everywhere. People who are new, they have no clue. Like, one of the biggest scams, before we wrap up this part, is that really bothered me was the YouTube thing, where YouTube was allowing these scam channels to act like there were someone like Vitalik Buterin, one of the creators of Ethereum, and he's giving away Ethereum, or that the people from Ripple are giving away XRP, or that Joe Rogan is giving away Bitcoin. And because YouTube is taking the money and letting it run as an advertisement, the everyday person who doesn't know anything about crypto thinks, wow, I need to do this. And it's a big mistake. But had you been involved with people who kind of know a little bit about the space, and you ask questions, I mean, this community is definitely trying to look out for one another. And we're definitely trying to make sure that we don't have scams going around, because it ultimately is trying to take away from the power of what decentralization and what cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology offer for humanity, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with that. That was a powerful way to put it. And yeah, I really appreciate that. And I just want to mention also that with the beginners course, I also do make myself available by email to answer any questions that would come up by anybody who's purchased it. So, I am there to help. I'm not just the guy that sells the product and then just disappears and is never there. And of course, with my premium access, that gets you access into my mastermind group that I've been running since 2015, people from all over the world at this point. That I'm in there constantly answering questions. People have direct private messenger access to me, and I make sure that I answer all of my messages and emails within a 24-hour basis, basically, as just a rule of thumb to be most helpful to people and just be there for people, basically, because I think that's one of the most important things when people are trying to learn like a new thing and they're a little intimidated by it. And yeah, they're willing to invest in their education, but a lot, it's good to know that you're not just there by yourself after you've purchased my education. All right. I'm going to be there for you and help you along the way. And of course, when you decide to fully come into my world, I'll fully be there for you within my masterminds, but I'll be there to answer any questions you have before that about the beginner's level training. So, yeah.
Sweet. I love it, dude. And so I want to let people know I'm going to have links down below for what we're talking about. And Bitcoin Lifestyles Club does have an affiliate program. So if you use my affiliate link, it does help support the channel. You're not required to do so, but it is a way to support what I do. And if you think that you find this information valuable and you want to share it with friends and family, you can use the affiliate program as well. There's nothing wrong with being able to also empower yourself while you're empowering other people. So I think that's a powerful thing. And it's just another way to help support the channel. I started partnering up with moneymetals.com, offering up people a solution to get gold and silver, because that's another important thing. I think the people to have that physical option, especially when we have all this cashless society talk going on. But Again, links will be down below for everything we talked about. We're going to do the second part on my Patreon channel for free. I encourage you to check that part out. If trading doesn't interest you, you're not really going to have any interest in watching this second part of the video. But if you do want to learn about trading, I definitely encourage you to check it out. It's free on my Patreon channel. I do encourage you to become a patron if you're not already. And as always, I encourage you to be the change by practicing change.